Hello, 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 hello. So you guys will just have to ask your questions in the questions box, and then I'll just have to um pin them at the bottom of the screen for Monte because I'm not really sure what's going on with the questions box. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Had a bit of a rough day, but it'll be fine. No, you just have to improvise sometimes. So I don't know. I'm not really sure what's going on. I know, right? The real Mr. G Body. He always does. So I apologize. I'm not really sure what's happening with the questions box, but we gonna improvise this thing on out. How about that?
I'm with it.
Y'all just ask your questions in the comments, and then we'll move forward from there. So somebody sent, and y'all can also send them to my DM if you don't want your questions to show on the screen because I have my other phone. Sometimes people send questions that they don't really, in the questions box, that they don't really want me to know, you to know who's asking, but I will ask. So if y'all need to, y'all can send those questions to my DM. So you said you've been racing or you've been around racing since you were a little kid, and then you finally built the car 5 years ago.
Yeah, 5 years ago.
Okay. So how did you get started with the racing team?
The racing team thing came along because I had bought a Cutlass, which that's like my favorite car. And I had it sitting in my backyard for a long time, and a lot of my buddies was trying to tell me about the little dude D, which is like my brother now. They were trying to tell me about him, and I took the car over there because it was just I was looking for convenience, and I was looking for somebody that would give me a quality service at the time that wasn't trying to bust my head. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Throughout the process of building my cars, everywhere that I done been going in this city, people was getting wind to like who I was and trying to overcharge me and shit like that. And it was just like, I ain't gonna let nobody bust my head. So when I went over there, bro was real, gave me a price. I put the money in his hand right then. And from that point, it was like the business that I was given. I was already trying to build my own team.
Right.
But I was kind of more so like, you know what, I fuck with bro. Like, I love what he doing. Let's do this together. You know what I'm saying? And from that day forward, he already had his name. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to attach nothing that I had going on to none of that. So, you know, at the end of the day, one led to the next, and I'm SSP. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I got a part of that. You know what I'm saying? And all of us, we family. You know what I mean? So that's how we ended up with the SSP racing. You know what I'm saying?
So what does SSP stand for?
I can't put it out there right now because a lot of business behind the meaning of it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot.
All right. Well, what they say, lay around for it. We'll lay around for it.
Yeah, y'all see it though. They see what's going on. We on everybody's ass right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been doing the thing right now, so you know, and we about a year and a half, 2 years into doing what we doing, and it's sticking right. It's sticking right now. Right.
So, how many cars do you guys have on the racing team?
It's 5 cars right now.
What are they?
We got 2. We got a Monte Carlo, a Malibu, my box Chevy, my Cutlass, and the Regal.
And what's y'all choice of motor? Do they all have something different, or y'all like big blocks, small blocks, LS? What y'all like?
We really small block men. We like the small block. How you doing, baby? We like small blocks. You know, those big blocks. I'm a small block man myself, so a lot of times when it comes to a team thing, what a lot of people don't realize is, what our team we allow, and me personally, D like to call me the crew chief, I allow people to have their preference of what it is. We just, you know, because we mechanically, me and him both, we mechanically inclined to what it is. It's about the numbers to me. You know what I'm saying? It's about how everything match up. A lot of people like to feel like if you go get the biggest this, the biggest that, then you're going to be able to go fast. It's not about that. You know what I'm saying? I let everybody know. Everybody see my box Chevy. I ain't lost a race yet.
Oh.
Well, yes, I lost one race. I spun, but I went and got him. He liked to brag about that, but other than that, ain't nobody beat me. And I don't have the biggest motor. Everybody think I got the biggest motor in there. Oh, I paid all this money. I don't have it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's about the numbers. It's about everything that was done and the time and effort that was put into building that motor and putting my setup together.
So does everybody on your team drive their own car?
Yeah, we all know how to drive.
Yep. So everybody who owns their particular car, they drive their car.
They can. We don't always drive it when it's certain different things. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what we're doing with D is like the professional. He been driving longer than all of us, but all of us can drive in the heat of what it is. If it's just a situation, let's say we in a shootout, and he driving one of the cars that we need to go up against a certain person. He drive that. I could drive my own car. D could drive his own car. Dante could drive his own. We all know how to shoot. We all know how to drive our own car.
June said he gonna kick y'all butt. Don't worry about the box, guys. Y'all can ask the questions in the comments. That's why I left them on today. So y'all can ask your questions in the comments. June say he gonna kick your butt.
Everybody say that talk cheap though.
So June a big block man now.
It's all good. When I was growing up, let me tell you a story. When I was growing up, I was the smallest one, and all the big niggas used to pick on me. Ain't nobody whooped my ass yet.
Okay. So give us a little background on you. Tell us about Monta.
A little background about me. I'm born and raised in Atlanta. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, Zone 3. I grew up in Techwood Homes. I'm from Jonesboro North. That's where my mom and them live. Grew up in the projects around here. And at a certain point in my life, I started to make changes, being in the streets. And got myself out of the streets. I like to tell everybody that who follow me on Very Motivation. I graduated from the streets and started changing my life through a lot of adversity, a lot of things I was going through growing up, and trying to become that all around man, providing a village for kids. About 15 years ago, I started coaching baseball. I played baseball. A lot of people don't know I played collegiate ball. And that's something that I always wanted to do. I never had a life. I never had a career path in my life, if that makes sense, because of what I grew up around, what I seen. Everybody in my family hustled, and that's what I thought I was going to be doing. I actually thought that my way out was going to be playing baseball. And in 2001, I got into a fight and killed those dreams, and ended up coaching. So I was coaching baseball. I give a lot of people a jewel that people don't know about me. I'm a certified mechanic. A lot of people don't know that. And I'm a man of a lot of different talents, you know what I'm saying? If just to run down a little bit about myself, in 2008, I started doing music, and I became the rich homie, Monta, who everybody really know. So I managed a lot of different artists. A lot of people just know about Quan. I manage and work beside Jacquees now. Just picked up a couple new artists. I worked with Dro for a long time, and things like that. So I've been in the industry now for 10 years, and it's not something that I talk about a lot, but that's where a lot of people know me from.
All right. So I see a question we have. Turbo LS or big block nitrous, if sky's the limit?
Turbo LS, it's preference, man.
Right.
It's all in preference. I feel like LSs are just a trend right now. I grew up on small blocks, and it's one of these things where I like to tell people this. Small blocks been doing what they doing longer than all of us been around, right?
Right.
So, the turbos and all that stuff, they cool, but it's more so preference. It's what you want. You know what I'm saying? It's what you like. For years, I didn't even like nitrous for years until I really understood the mathematics behind it and how it works, because when I was coming up, all my auto mechanic teacher used to talk about is how they'll fry your motor, right? So I was never a power additive man. I never believed in a power additive. I just always wanted to build me a car that'll go fast on the motor. And if you think about it, that's what most of the street cars and most of the, your SRTAs, your Camaros, your Vets, that's what they do. They go fast on the motor. So I always believe that until I started really sitting down doing my research on nitrous, and I like nitrous now. You know what I'm saying? I like nitrous because if everything is flowed well and done right, you'll never tear up nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's all in the preference. You know what I'm saying?
So today you spraying a lot?
I don't spray a lot. My motor, like I said, to be honest with you, my cars are built to wrestle with your ass on the motor. So the nitrous is just gonna be a little assistance. I'm talking about you ain't gonna never see none of us on our team have a lot of nitrous. A lot of people shooting 300 and 400 shots. The car ain't built worth a damn if you got to do all that. If that's the case, I feel like if that's the case, I feel like you should go put your turbo or a supercharger or something like that on it. If you gotta skeet that thing with 300-400 shot of nitrous,
right?
You know what I'm saying? And he say eventually the nitrous will pop a motor. If it's flowed right, it never will. I've been had this nitrous on mine. I just got a small shot. I've been having on my car 2.5 years. Ain't never hurt nothing. My plugs look the same. All of the above. And I haven't sprayed it that much, but just to let you know, if it's done right, man, I know I done seen nitrous motors last 10 years.
So you haven't sprayed it that much and you've only lost one race?
I ain't never sprayed it in a race. When I spray my car, it's always us testing and doing little stuff like that. I have never sprayed my car in a race. Never.
Wow. So your record is?
Like 4-0. 4-1. I'm gonna say 4-1 because that one race that I will say I lost, but my shit spent. So, that ain't no excuse. I don't like to make excuses.
Right.
But outside of that.
Okay. So y'all work on your own cars on your team?
Yeah, we work on our own cars.
So y'all got a bunch of mechanics over there. Where y'all shop?
We in the backyard right now.
So y'all don't have, so y'all can't, people don't commission y'all.
Actually, D does a lot of work. SSP, like, D does a lot of work at his house. That's what I love about it. That's what I love about the story. The success behind what we doing. That's like I say, I didn't want to go get a glorified situation. I liked his story. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because a lot of people know where I used to be. I ain't gonna get them for no praise on here. But a lot of folk know where I used to be before that. And they got a name, and there was a lot of stuff going on, you know what I'm saying, behind it. And I wanted to do that, and I wanted to help build it. So the shop coming in the next month on probably be Highway 85 or down in Fayetteville.
Okay. He said you really believe nitrous is safe? Why? He's curious.
I believe nitrous is safe. If you believe anything else is safe, you tell me. Let me just put it in layman's terms. Anything that they make for a car, they're making it for a reason. You know what I'm saying? A turbo, that's just like saying, is a turbo safe? A turbo is unsafe if it's not done right. A supercharger is unsafe if it's not done right. 93 gas is unsafe if you don't apply it right in a certain application. So nitrous is definitely safe if it's done right. A lot of people don't know nitrous. That's why it's perceived not to be safe. That's why people stuff burn up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I can give you one jewel that a lot of people don't even understand with a street car. You should have a pressure switch on your nitrous. A lot of these guys go in and buy a nitrous kit, throw it on the cars, and then when your fuel pressure go down, it's still allowing your nitrous to pump and the nitrous fry your motor. If you had a fuel pressure cutoff switch, when the fuel pressure is down and it can't accommodate the right amount of nitrous, it shuts it off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's real safe if it's done right.
Right. You're right. Let's see here. Oh, this is just a compliment. He said he's from Dade and he just have to give credit, but SSP is putting in work. So
I appreciate that. We definitely putting in work right now.
Yeah, I done seen y'all a few times at the track when I'm in Georgia.
Yeah, we doing our thing. We coming. We coming for everything that is due to us. My boy Mario on here. Mario owned the Monte Carlo on 24 that's been doing what he doing in the streets. I know you got
the white one too. The white one?
Yeah, the white one. Yeah.
Okay.
That Mario D&D Towing.
Let me ask you a question. What do you think is two questions, so it's a two-part question.
Okay.
What do you think is helping big rim racing, And what do you think is hurting big rim racing?
What's helping big rim racing is the fact that it's something new. It's something new. I give Don't Master them they credit. They putting it out there. It's interesting, and it's just like any other sport. And it's very interesting. You see a pretty car. A lot of times you ain't used to seeing that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's more in our community. That's what's really happening, because the dudes with the cars, we in the community. I'm in the community. You know what I'm saying? You think about it. I'm in the music industry, and I started talking about racing. There's a lot of people like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Y'all racing. You race that car? So that's what's helping it. But what's hurting it is the unity. Ain't no unity in big rim racing at this point. You know what I'm saying? It's the team, and it seems like to me, and I've preached this to CC a lot of times, when we would talk personally and on live, it's exactly what happens with anything else. When people start seeing money is the root to all evil. That's what's killing the sport right now, because a lot of dudes just do not know how to practice what they preach. We all say, oh, we black, we need to help each other. But then when you put some money on the table, I feel like motherfuckers get greedy, and then they forget the common goal to the whole thing. The goal to it is when you have fans, to provide your fans with a quality product. But what's going on in don't racing right now is every man is for himself. Every man is wanting to turn into the promoter. You know what I'm saying? They making it a hustle. It's like back in the day when crack hit in the 80s. When certain niggas started being able to get a hold to it, you know what I'm saying? It might have costed you $100 a gram. But as you put it out there, this man was competing with you, so he was selling his shit for $50 a gram. You know what I'm saying? If I had to go left field to get people to understand what I'm saying. So the product is being devalued, or the product is going down, because everybody competing, instead of all of us getting together, having meetings as men and say, hey, you do your show this day, we all gonna be here. And they putting it out here to the fans like it's all about the money. Like they're actually showing the fans that this shit is about some money, when truth be told, it should never be about the money. It should be about the sport. We should make the money and do what we doing behind the scenes, and the fans should be paying for a quality service to come see us race. It's like if I throw a concert. My artist's not gonna get on stage and say, fuck that. Y'all who paid this money, y'all the only ones who can see the show. Y'all in the back, fuck y'all. You see what I'm saying? That's killing the sport. Everybody deserves the right to see what they see. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like we should make it a real sport, and the people that's in this can see it. When we go to these sports, it's SSP versus whoever. It's not, oh, well, they ain't coming today because y'all didn't get them enough to come. No. We should all be in the same place at the same time, allowing the fans in every market to see all of us there.
Right. Question. What tips would you give someone who is new to racing and building cars?
The tips I would give them: do it for you. Don't do it for everybody else. A lot of people trying to build cars and do things that they trying to do. They trying to do it for them. Oh, we doing it for the culture. If you're doing something for somebody else and you're not doing it for you, you're going to lose every time. If you're getting into racing, learn about the sport. Have knowledge of what you're doing. Don't allow yourself to go to no mechanic that's got a name for himself, that feel like, oh, he want to win. It's easier to spend somebody else's money than yours. You know what I'm saying? So learn what you're doing. Know exactly what you want to do. Be able to accommodate whatever it is you want to do. Find the adequate people to accommodate your goals that you want, and do those, and then you get into it and you do what you do. Make yourself knowledgeable. So in a nutshell, make yourself knowledgeable of what you're doing. A lot of people don't know what they're doing. They're just doing it.
Right. Do you think rim racing needs to be more organized?
Definitely. That's why I just said it's a sport. A lot of people, I heard CC say one time, it's not a sport. It's a sport, man. It's a sport. You know, we definitely should organize it. We definitely should. I'm going to tell you how you know that it's a sport. Viceland came in and wanted to make light of this situation. You know why they did that? Because they seen opportunity for them to capitalize on something that was good. At that point, we supposed to take advantage of them and say, damn, they came in and said this. So at that point, you just have to organize it. He said, somebody said it's not a sport, it's a business. Everything is a business, big dog. All the sports that you watch is businesses, but that still doesn't make it not a sport.
He said, but on the same note, these sports take real money. So to say, take real money, so to say, to appear at these events? I think I get what he's saying. It takes real money to make it to the events. It's that way in every sport.
It's that way everywhere. If I want to go to the Falcons game in Mississippi or in Chicago or somewhere, I got to pay to get there, right? People make excuses for what it is. Once you've built your car and you have the adequate things that you have, that's like us. We have trailers. We have team members that with us that have trailers, all of the above. For me to move and go where I need to go, it's going to take some gas in the car. It's going to take some nitrous. It's going to take the same things that it'll take for me to go down to Moreland Avenue and race.
Right.
Everybody like to come up with make it sound so difficult. It's not that difficult. No, it's not free to go from here to Miami. It's not. But if it is a sport, what you have to realize, the teams and the agencies, they come together and they put the money into what it is to travel. That's what I'm saying. So if we had a community of racers, then we would have a budget for all of us to do what we had to do. But what's going on is one man might see he can hit a lick right here. He hit his lick. He don't want to share nothing with the other one. But if we was all hitting licks the whole year, the whole race season, and busting down better, it's better to split $4 million than for you to make $80,000 one time.
I say all the time, it's kind of like people cut off their nose to spite their face.
Exactly.
But for me, on a personal note, I was told today that I shouldn't have an opinion. I shouldn't tell them that they should talk it out like me.
Why?
It's like I got to choose a side. And I'm like, I got to choose a side?
That's like,
that makes no sense to me.
Well, whoever told you that, first of all, everybody is entitled to their opinion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're entitled to it. Whether I'm going to listen or not, that's on me. But if you see fit for something that's going to help something, why not take that opinion?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I see something that can help the culture or whatever, I'm giving my opinion. I don't give a damn how much involvement I got in it. If I see y'all arguing every time, I'm coming into you and say, hey, man, you might want to do that behind the stands. That's something to help you. I don't give a damn if I got 2 cars, 3 cars, 4 or 5. If I'm telling you something that, even from a fan's perspective, that's where people get lost in the sauce. People want to try to discredit people. I paid money to come into this race, right? If I see something that I don't like, even if it's the time that it takes, I'm entitled to give my opinion on it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to listen to your fans. You have to listen to your fans. You have to be able to listen to everybody. I tell people life stories all the time. I will go downtown, sit on Cortland or wherever, and talk to a homeless person. Because you know what I'm trying to pull from that? I'm trying to see every 10 men standing on this corner. What did they all make the same mistake? What mistakes they made? Because guess what? I don't know what it was. It could be something simple. He could have bought 1 extra pair of tennis shoes last month that led him to be homeless. See, I ain't never been homeless, so I don't understand what it takes to get there. And that's what the problem be. They don't want to listen. Everybody want to discredit people in what I see now. It's a discredit game. You know what I'm saying? It ain't, take it for what it's worth. Everybody want to discredit now. So I don't know who the hell told you that, but they were dead ass wrong.
We'll talk about it later. I got a lot to say about it, but I'm gonna talk about it later. Do you think big rim racing gonna get better or still keep getting worse?
At the point where I see it right now, that's a real tricky question, and I'm gonna say it like this: cut and dry. If the shit don't stop going the way it's going, it's gonna get worse. If people unite, it's gonna get way better.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it. Everything have a season and everything be dead for a reason.
It's not sticking to a side when money's on the line. They're gonna play it smart. Go ahead.
I don't like he talking about money. And that's what's ruining everything, bro. Let me give, what's his name? Jeffrey. Let me tell you something, bro. I'm gonna tell you why things are fucked up when money involved. Because a nigga go take his life savings and put it on the line. You see what I'm saying? Whenever something on the line, it's pressure. if you don't have it to put on the line, don't put it out there, and it won't be no pressure. You see what I'm saying? And that's what these folks don't realize now. When the Atlanta Falcons open up Mercedes-Benz Stadium, whether it's one ticket sold or 80,000, that business gonna go, because it ain't no pressure. We building this business. We building it. You see what I'm saying? Don't throw a show or do none of that if you gonna have pressure on it. Don't do that.
Yeah, that's interesting. He said, just like they say, if you don't have a car, you don't have an opinion. I hear that a lot. That's weird.
I think that's a vast statement though, because a lot of the people that don't have cars, it's not just that I don't see some of them don't be giving their opinion. It's the comments that they make.
He said, and the fans keep a lot of stuff going. My whole thing with that is, if you don't entertain what other people have going on, how can you allow them to keep it going? It's like these comments. You know what I'm saying? That's why I chose to put the questions in the questions box and turn the comments off a lot. Now, with that being said, I know people know when they come here with us, it's not going to be all that. But I look at other people's comments and I be like, oh my goodness, that is crazy.
Yeah,
the stuff that people say. Yeah. I'm like, that's crazy.
Well, that's just that's the abundance of people though. People just evil, man. You got some people that don't, and that's what I preach on my page. For everybody who don't follow me, I'm 2,000% against hate. I'm 2,000% against the way we come at each other as a people. And the bullshit opinionated stuff that people say. You can't make an opinion about somebody that you don't know. Nobody can gain an opinion about KP or Monta right here at this particular point. Based on the topics we talking about, you can have an opinion of that. But you can't say, oh, she's stupid or he's stupid. You don't even know these people. And that's what I preach every day to people. Like, we have to just stop it. You know what I'm saying? Because I really believe in the curse that was put on black people in the 1800s, the Willie Lynch syndrome. We really do have that. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I just reordered that book. I'm going to read it again.
Yeah. You have to understand where it comes from. It's hatred, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of us have lived it and didn't know we was living it. And we're reliving it right now. We like to talk about the white man, the white man, the white man. We more motherfucking hatred to each other than a white man could ever be to us.
Right. They say, an example, you can have a complete car race ready, but if you don't say 5K or better, or race guys who have been in the game won't even lock in. They'll try to lure boy you because it's not enough money.
That's a lie. It depends on who it is.
Right.
I think at the right time, at the right place and right time, the right place and right time, shit, anybody will race you. Now, what I have done before is told a dude wanted to race me for $100. And I was like, look, bro, just to be honest with you, it cost me $100 in gas. You know what I'm saying? And it's all in the circumstance of what it is. Because if these dudes wouldn't have been calling us out and pulling up saying, oh, we're going to whoop y'all ass, da, 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 da. At that point, if my car's slow and this and that, I named the number that I want to race for. And if I feel like I'm going to beat you, I might not want your 100. I might want 1,000 from you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to race you for what you want to race for when you coming at me talking crazy. So it's all in the... I think it's just all in the place and time that it happens. I don't think no racer right now gonna turn down 5K. None of them.
Uh-huh.
Ain't none of them.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think it should be classes in big rim racing?
Definitely. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to jump up, you jump up. But
what do you think the classes should be?
You got your big... You know what I'm saying? Okay, it's just like everything else. In NSA, they got classes. You know what I'm saying? You got your super street. You know what I'm saying? You got your smaller classes or whatever. That's what Savvy was trying to do that time. Savvy was trying to break it down to, well, okay, you got 2,000 and up. A dude with 2,000 horsepower, you know what I'm saying? And a dude with 500 horsepower.
Uh-huh.
Okay, he might want to try him. But if he wants to get up in that league and try up, that's on him. It's like boxing. Every sport has classes.
Right.
Major League Baseball, Major League Soccer, football, baseball, basketball. They all have classes. Like I don't understand why they're so hard in this. But what it is lack of knowledge.
Right.
See what I'm saying? And Savvy was trying to say that. He was trying to say, hey man, we can broaden this sport if we stop making it strictly about us that has the name and allow other people who got street cars that they just built. They might have 300 horsepower. They may want to come get in here and race any of the other smaller guys. Not trying to diminish nobody's value and say, oh, your car ain't worth shit. But that's how a lot of people looking at it right now. If you're not one of the bigger guys that spent $15,000, $20,000 on your motor, you can't race. I don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't afford to do that, and it doesn't cost all of that. So if we got the sport going on at a particular night, then we got our heavyweight races. We got our other races over here. We got those. It's kind of the same way. If anybody from Atlanta and they've been to Friday Night Drag, they're giving us the platform to how this could go. It's in classes, right?
Yeah, definitely.
You know?
I definitely have never seen a sport without classes.
Everything got class, man. And that's how it goes. And if I decide I want to try two fly or one of them, that's on me. But I shouldn't be forced to race them.
Right. So Mighty Mouse said.
Huh?
Mighty Mouse said, if you got pump gas, you're a street car. If you got race gas, you're a race car.
You're right. Yeah. But you know, in a sense, that could be contradicting because I could drive my car on pump gas, but on the race night, I just want to make it burn more efficient so I can put race gas in it.
Right.
Now, if your car is required to run on pump gas, that's the only way to run, then that's different. That's mean you got a little bit more compression in your motor, you know what I'm saying? So you might consider it racing, you know? So I can go for that. I can go for that, Mighty Mouse, you know what I'm saying? But you have to break the turns down and understand exactly what the turns is and exactly what we putting into the turns. Because some of these cars can run on both.
Yeah. So he said, what about ethanol?
Ethanol, that's just kind of going. It's all in how you build your car. Some cars run on methanol. But I haven't seen one that's out here doing what we doing ran on one. If you come out here with one, then you'll be the first. Do it. Let's see what's going on. I want to see this shit.
He said, who do you think is putting in the most work in Atlanta as far as engine building?
Who asked that? D?
Yeah.
Mario. As far as engine building, everybody doing their thing, but of course, Lil D, SFP, my crew, I think we put out the most street cars, honestly. Like, that's not because I'm a part of it, but I think Holmes really does his share of putting these cars together and putting them out there. So, you know, everybody doing their thing, but SFP definitely putting out way more cars than anybody.
He said the sad thing about it is a lot of people clown Savvy for trying to do something new when it comes to the classes.
Yeah, well, I totally understood it. And when I seen everybody saying he was crying and he was doing this and that, I ain't gonna lie, I was so disappointed. I was just disappointed. SAP to the front, baby. I was disappointed. Like, because I'm like, damn, y'all attention span so short, y'all don't even understand what this man is saying. But it goes back to what I say. A lot of people will judge you based on certain different activities. Like, a lot of people don't understand Savvy because if he do something, it's amplified. But if you do something to him, he crying. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I just don't agree with that. Because if you keep throwing rocks at me, I'm going to eventually pick up a big-ass boulder and throw it at you.
Right.
It's one or two ways that's going to go. It's either I'm going to let you keep doing it or I'm going to just go on about my business. And a lot of times when he kind of hit hard because everybody knows Savvy not broke. But they try to come at him like he is. You know what I'm saying?
He said, why is it that the bigger the racer name, the more money they feel they are entitled to? How do you feel about that?
I feel like that's all in entitlement. What you said the key word, bro. It's all in entitlement. And when you feel entitled to anything, you put what you want to put on it. Entitlement is the key word. A lot of people need to remove entitlement from whatever. You know what I'm saying? Niggas feel entitlement to their old ladies. their kids, whatever. So when you feel entitled, then you feel like you worth a certain thing, then that's what you put on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If I answer that question correctly, it's what you feel. It's a level of arrogance, if you ask me. Oh shit, I ain't racing no more under 10,000. What makes you think that you better than the next man that'll come out here and race for 500?
He said if it doesn't make over 1,300, it's a street car, AC power, everything, just tubular front end.
You could make 1,300 and be a street car.
He said the same thing with sports players. They feel the sense of entitlement.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They all feel entitled. You lose a sense of humanality. Like, I ain't a human no more. Like, and a lot of it go back to value as well. You know, I am an athlete, like, so I get it. But I'm more of a human being too.
He said that's his car. That's what he has.
So depending on, can you drive it? Like, it's drivability is what considers it to be a street car. You know what I'm saying? I can get in my car and go from, and I do it all the time on the internet. I show them. I turn the AC on. I drive from here to Madison, Georgia, an hour and 20 minutes in my car.
So what do you think the classes should be?
What do I think they should be? Heavy, middle, and lower. Simple.
Okay.
3 classes. Yeah. And you can even put your daily drivers in there, like a regular, like, daily driver. But I feel like we should have something like super street that should be like the heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? The middle class, you can call it the middle class. That should be your cars that's like 5 to 700 horsepower. You know what I'm saying? You allocate what that is. And then you can have your regular class, just a straight regular motor, daily driver.
Mighty Mouse say he one kid shouted.
One kid shouted.
That's what he called himself.
I hear about, I don't know Mighty Mouse, but, you know, Mighty Mouse, I hear a lot about you, and I heard a lot of people were scared to race him because he had a 355 or 383 with a kid on it, and he was busting ahead. And a lot of people, from what I was hearing, because it's not it's not my knowledge, but what I was hearing, people didn't want to take that L from the small motor. And I'm like,
what do you think?
Huh?
Who do you think? This is the question I got in my DM. They didn't want to put it up there. Who do you think was the rookie of the year this year?
The rookie of the year. Ain't nobody rookies.
I know my answer, but I ain't gonna.
The rookie of the year in big rim racing?
Yeah.
I don't even know who to say, to be honest. Because I'm going to say us again, SAP.
It says we definitely need a commissioner. That way everyone gets paid and the sport keeps going without organization. It's always going to be confusion.
That's what I kept saying that.
He's right. I agree.
Yeah.
He said Didi's towing.
Yeah, but it's like, that's a broad question though, because we did come out and first year all of us together and do what we're doing, but we wasn't racing Two Fly and all of them either. So that's kind of like, you know, and Mario, right? Like Mario came out the gate. He built his car. His car was built in 24. Let me give y'all. He gonna give you his story when he do it. His car was built in 24 hours.
Wow.
And he came straight out his first race. It was a grudge, and he won, and he been winning since. And you know, he got a couple, you know, one or two losses, but he got 10 or 11 wins.
So they got some suggestions down here. Somebody said Blue Jay. That's Trav.damage. Somebody said Macho.
You can't call none of them rookies because they not rookies.
Blue Jay, he never had a car. He never raced his car.
I know of Trav, but I know Moncho not. I raced Moncho at Cut the Check the last year. Moncho not a rookie. So, and I know Moncho, so we can't consider him a rookie. He been racing.
Yeah, Moncho came out of nowhere. This is what Dunk Do said. Yes, he's saying he got 14 or 15 wins. That's what's up.
No,
between y'all team, how many wins and how many losses do you have?
between our whole team, the Regal has about, let me put it on the scale. The Regal has about 12 wins, one loss. The Monte Carlo, like Mario said, has 14 or 15 with probably 1 or 2 losses, but we ran them races back and won. My car, I got 1. So we got about 35, 40 wins with about 8 losses.
That's funny how he said it. If the clear people get control of the sport, it's going to be organized, so we might as well get our shit together. AR, oh my goodness. AR, we picking up what you put down.
we picking him up the right way.
That's hilarious. All right, let me see. They say new cars have to be considered rookie. So all your cars in your camp new?
New as in the year or new as in this built?
New this year. So all y'all was built this year and started racing this year?
When my car come back to the racing, I'm gonna consider my car rookie because I'm down right now.
No, not a rookie.
Yeah, for some people to see it, it's gonna be a rookie.
Catch-22. This you not a rookie.
Exactly. I just wanted y'all to answer that question yourself.
Not a rookie.
Yeah. So yeah, Mario was the only rookie. No, Mario and my little cousin, the Regal Sack, right? Them 2 rookies. Like we got 2 real rookies on our team. And we got D-Car, the Malibu. It'll be here in the next 30 to 40 days. And then, of course, we recruit, and we got a couple other people that want to be a part of it. But, you know.
AR, we know you're not we know that. I was just laughing at how you said it. He said he's not a racist. I know that. I know you personally. You're not a racist. So I'm trying to see if they have any more questions.
He said can't be a rookie if you willing to try. Hey, look, let me tell y'all that I got through into that fire. We went to the KDC day. Them my brothers, like, I got KDC merch, like, I'm KDC SSB all day. I knew Johnny. A lot of people don't know Lucho. I mean, Lulu is my brother. Like, we fuck with each other. So we went to the shootout and it wasn't enough cars there. So, you know, me just being a team player, I was asked to get in that shootout that year. You know, with the car, you know, as my car sat, I got in it, and the first person I drew was Monta. And that's when I had 5 races set up that day. And when I ran him, all the other dudes who doubted it was like, oh, hell no, we ain't running you. And me and Monta and Hollywood and all this, you know, we were kind of just like laughing about it, like, damn, you know, we didn't know the car do what it do. We didn't even know it'd do that particular day. We learned something ourselves that day.
Oh, that's a good question. There's a lot of camps that won't race their own camp. Would you, or do y'all race one another?
We race one another all the time. We never
for bragging rights or money or
no, never. We race each other for experience, teaching, knowing where our cars are, how we sit. When it's time to do what we do, we know what every car is capable of doing, and we challenge each other to all be as great as the next man on our team. We are literally a team, so we don't mind lining up. We give each other some. We just literally test these cars, and we're making our experience go up, because in order for us to be a powerhouse, we got to be a powerhouse that's got 4 or 5 cars that can all run real good, and that's what we do. And we run them. We run each other. Right. Before we get beside somebody else, we done ran each other.
He said, "Where do you see yourself in big rim racing culture in 5 years?"
Oh, where I see myself, it's projected. If I continue to do it, nobody will be able to beat me. If I continue to do it, but I'm not a person that I don't like to really be. I'm very competitive, but I don't like to feel like, oh, you beat me, so I'm gonna go redo my stuff and keep chasing like that. I don't like to really do that. I like to do what I do, be confident in what I'm doing, and I'm not competitive enough in my mind, and I'm not a sore loser. You know, some people want to be the cream of the crop so bad that they'll lose everything they got to do that. I'm not that type of person. And regardless of how much money I have or whatever, I'm not going to continue to dump my shit into something trying to be the best. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, if I decide that I'm going to continue to do it, even if I'm playing the back, because a lot of times I see myself starting to kind of play the back and you know, get some of the business lined up and organize some things for everybody so that we can make this continue to keep going.
Hey, Monta, tell these women to stay out my DM about you. They got some questions for you.
I'm willing to answer.
Okay. So they want to know, how old are you and are you single?
I'm single, but I don't like to tell everybody my age.
Okay. Ma'am, I'm sure you heard that.
You know my age, KB.
How I know?
I thought I told you.
That's okay. Tell me later.
All right.
So this was a great question that someone asked one of the races before. But I said to myself I was gonna start asking you guys all this question. Why do you think that, let me see, what's a good way to put it? Why do you think that the sport is starting to dwindle off as far as the fans?
Because of all the bullshit that they're allowed to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
when you allow judgment to come into any situation, it's like your relationship, baby. If you have a relationship with your old man or your kids or whatever type of relationship, if you allow the public eye to see your relationship, they're allowed to do what? Judge it. And once judgment takes place, you either gonna win or lose. So in don't racing right now, what's going on is it's a lot of shit going on that the people shouldn't even be accustomed to being able to see, and they're able to gain judgment. Oh, I ain't going to see that. I hear so many of these, I ain't going to that shit, I ain't doing, and I'm like, why? You know what I'm saying? And everybody feels like, well, shit, I got to go over here with this person because they throw a better show than this person. Man, when you make the fans pick a side, they going to pick one. And then somebody going to be left out to dry.
Right.
Every time. It ain't going to never fail. You know what I'm saying?
Ryder Doc said he don't think it's dwindling off. It's doing the same thing it's been doing.
No, it's not. That's a lie. I don't know how he can feel that. I done been to when I first was started going to these shows, man, let me tell you something. Boy, you couldn't go to a show and get 300, 400, 500 people. You can go to a show. I done been to 2 shows and it was 8, 9 people there.
Wow.
With some of what we like to consider top dogs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So, he said, racers showing up and not racing after the fans spend their hard-earned money.
There you go. But what people don't realize about that is, it's technicalities that go on. So for all the race fans that's watching right here today, we get to these tracks, we expect the cars to be okay. We make our test passes. We do what we do. Something breaks.
Right.
And it's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? At that point, we start racing on feet. We start doing everything to give people a show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not always they not racing. Sometimes it's real technicalities.
Right. Well, we have 10 more minutes. Is it anything that you just want to say to us, to the fans, to, whoever?
I'm always going to say...
To the racers, whoever you want to talk to.
Yeah, I'm always say... I'm always say I appreciate the fans. I appreciate everybody who support the culture, who support black business, who support us. And, if anything, just be a little bit more open-minded to what's going on and don't believe everything you hear. because a lot of the shit that's going on in this right now is everybody kind of thinking about themselves. Everybody trying to make their name bigger than the next. All the bullshit that's going on, you know what I'm saying? It's like boxing, you know. Everybody want to dig up everybody's dirt. You don't have to do that to make a big race. You ain't got to dig nobody's dirt up and try to shit on nobody's name. You know what I'm saying? To be able to make yourself bigger than what they are. Let your car speak for itself. And that's the SSP thing. That's one of our biggest things. You know what I'm saying? We on a motherfucker ass we go the SSP way. You feel me? Like, we ain't out here trying to do none of that. We came in the game. We decided we wanted to race. Our builder, the owner of SSP himself, he been doing it for a long time. And we ain't trying to build our name by taking shots at nobody. You know what I'm saying? We just want to come into the game, do what we slated to do, give the fans what they able to do. Let them see a pretty car if that's what it is. And move on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's it. You know what I mean? I'm here to unite. I'm not here to beef and bicker with my brothers, you know what I'm saying, of culture. I'm here to unite and see people make money. I have seen a lot of money, and I know what it takes to make money. And a lot of people that made money the way they make it, and if we can unite all of our minds in racing, something that, truth be told, when you think about, it's not many black people in racing, but we are creating a fucking sport, and they don't respect it. If we can respect it,